What's going on, everybody? We're back here live here on the OT show. And we got a good show for y'all today. Today, woo, the last of 2021. And I have on Miss Melissa Morehead Moore. It's going to be joining your boy here on the show. Certified life coach. She does everything. When I tell you, I got to ask her, with everything that she's doing, how does she find time to do these things? But right now, I gotta say this, y'all. It's 2021, and it has been a very long journey here on the OT Radio Show. We have went through a lot of things, very good things. If you can see the progress from show one to this last show of 2021, you will see the progress that we have made through this time. And why not end 2021 with a banger? Like I said, I had on let me get my thoughts together, y'all. I had on Professor Shirley Casden to join your boy OT here on the show at 1 o'clock. And now I have on Miss Melissa Morehead is joining your boy here on the show at 4:30. She's joining your boy here. We're going to chop it up with her. We're going to learn some things today, y'all, because we already been doing what OT always said he's going to do. We're going to talk about life. We're going to talk about energy. We're going to talk about bringing communities together. That's what we talk about here on the OT Radio Show. And why not leave y'all with this for 2021? So right now we are waiting for her. I think our producer said that she is in, but I don't know if she's having any technical difficulties on her end far as us seeing her. So we're going to go ahead and figure this one out. No, Miss Melissa, I cannot see you. So let's try it again. Try to log back in for us so we can see you. Oh, now I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. So our producer said we're bringing her in. So let's go ahead and bring Miss Melissa Morehead Moore in here right now to talk to your boy OT. So she's in. Is she in, y'all? Let me see. Did she come in yet? He said they adding her. And I like to say, boom. I think she is here with her beautiful self.
Hello.
Hello. How are you feeling
Hi,
today?
I am well, OT. How are you?
I am blessed. I am happy. I am feeling very good because
Wonderful.
you you are my last interview for 2021.
Wow. Wow. Well,
And
it's an
I'm going to say
honor.
that yes, and I am leaving them with 2021 with a bang. We leaving them with a bang. So we're going to leave them right on point so they can get 2022 right. So, first of all,
Absolutely.
good afternoon. Good
Good
afternoon. Thank you for
afternoon to
joining me.
you.
I appreciate you joining me here on the show. You know, uh, Today we have one Miss Melissa Morehead Moore, and she's here. She's a certified life coach. She's a veteran, right? In the Navy. She's a
Yes.
minister. I mean, she wears a lot of hats. And must matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna go through some of these hats that you wear because
Wow.
we was trying to figure out how much time do you have
How much
in
time
your
do I have,
schedule?
right?
Right. I'll say so you're a board of director of a legal aid society, right?
I sit on the board. Yes,
Secretary.
I sit on the board.
Okay, yes. Secretary for Vernon County Democratic Party,
Hmm.
Commissioner of a Social Status of African American Males, a CASA volunteer. You're on the radio. You're an author. You're a mother. A minister, a certified life coach. I mean,
And a
I
grandmother.
just gave and a grandmother.
Yes,
So
I have to put
so
Nanny
now,
in there.
wow. So what do they call you? They call you nanny? They call you nanny?
Nana.
Nan.
Yes.
Oh wow. Well,
She calls me Nana.
congratulations.
Thank you. I tell you what, I am so proud of that name. My
Yes,
girlfriends were like,
indeed.
Nana sounds old. I said, no, that's a badge of honor for me. She calls me
Yes, it
Nana.
is. Yes, it is. So let's start out with you. Let's start
Yes.
from the beginning, right? Because before all of this, let's start it. So the beginning, right? So who were some of the people that influenced you right
Wow.
now, or from the past to the present right now, to
You know,
mold this woman right here?
wow. Well, thank you so much. And I didn't mean to interrupt. Again, thank you. It is such an honor to be on your show today. So thank you so much. Happy holidays to you and yours. And it's
Yes.
funny that you asked me that question because I literally have a timeline of the individual that has helped me. And it was different
Hmm.
seasons, of course, in my life. Of
Hmm.
course, first and foremost, definitely God has set that foundation. But he
Yes.
blessed me with two wonderful parents. My father is no longer here, God rest his soul. But my mother and father instilled in my sister and I the importance of character, of respect, of value, of
Hmm.
trusting, of just being making yourself available.
Hmm.
And I will tell you, and I tell young ladies this all the time. My father, when I was 13, and my sister was probably about 8 or 9 years old, my father made sure that he took us to a five-star restaurant here in our
Mm.
hometown, because he told us
Hmm.
he never wanted us to get excited as a teenager when a man took us to McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's or at that time was Ponderosa or Sizzlers and thinking that he's doing something.
Hmm.
Because we had to know our values so they could know our worth. And so my father
Hmm.
instilled that into my sister and I at a very young age. And so, of course, from my mother and father, then were some of the people at church that I truly, truly looked up to. So when I became a teenager, of course, life happens. I became a mother, went to the military. And at that particular time, my mentor, during some life challenges that I went through, was Dr. Wanda Bernard Bailey. And after
Hmm.
about 26, 27 years, she and I are still close. She is a wonderful, wonderful sister friend of mine who truly seen me evolve from this very shy young lady who went through a lot while I was in the service and then, of course, transitioning out and to the woman that you see today. I have a wonderful, wonderful best sister girlfriend who lives in Virginia. We have been friends for about 30 years now, and she and I are
Hmm.
thick as thieves. And so now in the season are some of the women that God has truly allowed me to be a circle of. And I don't
Hmm.
take it for granted. I truly soak in all of the wisdom and all the knowledge that the elders now pour into me. And I believe I've seen Amanda come on. Hello, Amanda. I love you as
Yes. Yeah.
well.
Yes. 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 That is Amanda. I love her. I love her. She has a very good story all the time.
Yes.
So wow. So not only that right there, I actually love that. I love that because you have a timeline of what everyone have done for you to make this woman that I'm looking at right now. All right. So you are author too. All right.
Yes, I
And
am.
I want to talk about this book that you have, right?
Yes.
And it's it tells me something because I'm about to read it, right?
Mhm.
I'm about to read what this book is right now because you are definitely an author, and I want to tell you this because what that book says in the book of what you have read, but I got to make sure I had to have my notes right because I got it all over the place.
Hey, I
Is
understand. Go
this
ahead.
right? If these walls can talk, soul to soul. Tell me about that right there because that struck me. I was sitting back like, wow, now you got me looking at my walls.
Yes.
And I'm like, woo, walls, if you could talk soul to soul, what can we talk about?
Well, the book is titled If These Walls Could Talk, and is actually an anthology that I did with nine other women. We all
Mm-hmm.
were survivors of domestic violence. So the book came out about
Mm-hmm.
3 years ago, 2018, and it is a story of our victory and how we overcame probably the most darkest time in my life, being a
Hmm.
survivor of domestic violence. Of course, a lot of times, especially within the African American community, the one thing that we
Yes.
always say, what happens at home stays at home. But the one thing I'm
Hmm.
realizing, OT, that people are dying because we're not opening our mouth,
That's true. That's true.
especially women of color, especially women, period. And so it is a book
Hmm.
about being an overcomer. And the title of my chapter that I wrote, He Loves Me Not. And of course, as young
Mm.
girls, that's one of the one games that we play with our girlfriends in the neighborhood. He loves me not. He loves me
Hmm.
not, right? Because it's been instilled in us as little girls to fall in love, have two and a half children, have a dog, have a home, have the white picket fence, and we live happily ever after. But nobody lets
Hmm.
you know what happens between the door and getting to the sidewalk on your property of that
Mm.
white picket fence with everything that you have
Mm.
in between, which is called life. And so that's what the book is about.
Mm. 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 Wow. It's crazy that you say that because that is what we always been taught, right? Basically, especially as males, I mean, when you make it, you had your wife, you had that white picket fence, you live in a good neighborhood, and
Yeah,
but no one's never talk about the middle part. Everybody talk about the
absolutely.
beginning and the end, and no one
In
talk
the
about
end,
the middle part.
exactly. Yes,
So let's we all as parents and people really need to talk to our kids about the middle. The middle part is what counts, right? So
absolutely.
I'm glad that you and I other authors wrote that right there. So I gotta say something, right? So because you
Yes.
had a quote in here, right? So let's talk about this word no. Because you have a quote in there, this word no. You said, the word no and how it's received based on color alone when someone says the word no to you. Because I was reading your bio and I was like, wow, the word no. So let's talk about that word. How has that been
Absolutely.
received to you through your lifetime? That word no, because I know when I hear no, I'm gonna tell you when I hear
Mhm.
no, I say, why are you telling me no? Is it sometimes my skin color or it's just no one don't believe in me? Right. So let's talk about your perception of the word no and how it's received.
Absolutely. You know, and it's so funny you asked me that. I was just talking to a client the other day about the word no. Uh, for me, the
Uh-huh.
word no is very different. And it depends on the season that I am in my life. So I can tell you now,
Mm.
I just turned 50 2 months ago, and I'm embracing this new season in my life. I am 50 years old.
Hmm.
I'm wearing this gray, and I'm loving it because I've been with children, right? I'm telling you, OT,
Yes.
I love it. I love it. I've been with kids since I was a teenager, so my kids are grown and they're gone. And so, like I said, and now I'm a
Uh-huh.
grandmother, I'm a nana, and so
Right.
no means no, and yes is
Mm-hmm.
yes. Now, had you
Mm-hmm.
asked me about 20 years ago, what did no mean to me? No would
Mm-hmm.
have meant to me still a yes,
Mm.
because I was in that
Okay.
stage in my life where I did not put myself first. I made sure I took care
Mm.
of everyone else, but I forgot about
Mm-hmm.
me. And so I'm at the
Mm.
season in my life where my no is my no, my yes is my yes, my maybe is my maybe, and my I will get back to you in a minute is I will get back to you in a minute. And so I'm realizing that when you take a stand, when you change your vocabulary and you change how you show up, people are either going to do two things. They're either going to accept you or they're going to
Mm-hmm.
reject you. And so now that
Mm.
I'm showing up stronger, I'm showing up bolder, and it has nothing to do with being haughty or thinking that, I'm all that in a bag of chips or being cocky, but it's now
Uh-huh.
taking back the ownership of who Melissa is. And I think that's the one thing that we need to do. And I know prior to me coming on, you were talking about, this is the last show of 2021. This is the last, almost two last, we have two Fridays left in 2021.
Yeah.
And now is the time for
Yeah.
us to change our trajectory of our vocabulary. No is no, yes is yes, maybe is maybe. And it's just taking ownership of our answers. And so that's
Well, you
probably
know
a
what? I
long
need to start
answer
that.
to a short question.
No,
Yes.
no, no. You just taught me something real fast because I have a kind heart, and
Ooh, yes.
and
OT will get us in
I
trouble every
always
time.
yes,
Mhm.
yes, it will
Yeah.
because I'll give you a brief story, just a brief story, not to get off the subject or nothing like that. But we was in a restaurant and uh, the person did not make my food the right way. Right. So
Mhm.
instead of me saying, hey, go ahead and take it back, I was like, don't even worry about it. I don't feel like going through that and stuff like that. And she actually looked at me and she was like, I mean, why do you always do that? I'm like, what? She's like, you never want to tell a person no, like you feel obligated to to do something, or you feel obligated not for them
Mhm.
to do their job. This is their job. Like they mess your stuff up.
Exactly.
Go ahead and take it back, right? And I'm like, I'm just so skeptical of people messing
Exactly.
with my food for the start, right? So she was like, if you pray over it, then you shouldn't be mad. If you pray over it, then don't you worry about it. But I have to start doing that. And
Yes,
I'm glad
yes.
that you said that because 2022, yes, no is no,
Mhm.
yes is yes, and maybe
And
is
maybe
maybe.
is maybe.
And
Mhm.
yep, so I am going to start doing that myself.
Yeah.
So thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're
So
welcome.
I appreciate that one. I appreciate that one because I need to get to that. I need to get to that. And like you said, you got to change
It
your
was a process.
vocabulary.
It did not happen
Yes,
overnight.
yes, yes.
I'm
It doesn't.
50
It
and I'm
doesn't.
just starting to be more stern with my answers,
Mm,
especially with my no.
right, right. Look at Amanda. She didn't say no is no. Yes is yes, and maybe is
Absolutely,
maybe.
Amanda. No is no, yes is yes, and maybe is maybe.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's talk to you about you being a certified life coach because
Yes.
nowadays, people be saying, "Oh, I need to heal. I need
Mhm,
someone to talk to." And
mhm.
you being a certified life coach, how is that help people right now? Because I know I need some coaching sometimes. I ain't gonna
Mhm.
front because life is hard. Life is
Life is
hard.
very hard.
Life is definitely hard. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
life
how
is
is it
definitely
right now for you helping people to achieve their goals? Like what is the process?
absolutely. First of all, the very first process is showing up. That's the
Mm,
hardest part.
mm,
Showing up and
mm.
reaching out. And that's the
Okay.
hardest part because we feel like when we go seek out a coach, because the one thing, and I always make the disclaimer, I am not a therapist, I am a
Mhm.
life coach. And so
Mhm.
the difference is, of course, I cannot prescribe, but I
Right.
can I can coach you.
Mhm.
And so a lot of times people feel like when they seek out counseling, whether it's through therapy, whether it's through coaching, whether it's for your business, just getting your life together in general. I'm a fear fighter life coach. And so what I do, I empower women to become their better selves by getting rid of the one thing that's holding them back, and that's fear.
Mm.
Because fear is more than
Mm.
being afraid of spiders and dogs and ladders, the tangible things, right? Fear is something that
Yes.
holds us back from being our better self.
Mm.
And so
That is true.
the biggest problem that people have when they are ready to do this is showing up. Because when they
Mhm.
show up, that now means that they have to change and
Mhm.
change whatever their something is that's holding them back. And I can
Wow.
comfortably say that I've been there. I have been there.
Mhm.
I've waited too long
Wow.
to wait to allow to help someone else because there are people out there that are stuck, and they're stuck
Mhm.
because they're afraid, and they're afraid of the uncertainty of what it looks like. I know what
Mhm.
it feels like to operate in being uncomfortable in comfortable situations. But because
Mhm.
that has been my story, I've made it a part of my DNA. It wasn't with my DNA, I wasn't born with it, but because of some of the situations I chose to keep myself in, I operated
Mhm.
in being uncomfortable, and I have the blueprint for it, and I worked it well. And so it came a point in my life where, you know what? I'm tired of operating like this anymore, operating in chaos, because chaos is nothing but confusion. which then when you
Yes.
stay in confusion, you become comfortable in it. And so there you
Hmm.
are, you're stuck. So that's all I knew. But I knew something had to be done. And so I had to make that change.
I like that. I like that because you said some key words in there. Fear. Fear is one
Yeah,
of them,
it is.
right? Because I know that hinders a lot of people
Hmm.
um, to move forward with things. It's
Absolutely.
the fear of the uncertainty.
Yes.
And when you have that uncertainty, you know, it's like I don't know, but you already talked yourself out of it already.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
Because a wise woman told me a long time ago, my mother, she told me a long time ago, she said, "Hey, how would you know if you never did it before?
And
How
that
would you
is so
know?"
true.
And that sticks to me. That stuck to
Hmm.
me right there. She was like, because if you already talking the power of the tongue, you already talking it out of existence. When you be like,
Absolutely.
I can do it, but she was like, you gotta change that but.
Yeah.
Change that but. Because you're
Absolutely.
gonna you already talked it out of the blessing. You know what's gonna happen. But
Hmm.
look at you. You didn't already knocked it down already. So change that vocabulary. I like that. And and
Absolutely.
and and that caused confusion too. So you being a minister too,
Yes.
of the Lord. Yes. Let's talk about that too. Now during
Absolutely.
the COVID, you know,
Hmm.
how was it being a minister during the COVID? Because now we couldn't come to church, right?
Hmm.
And I know sometimes it was hard for the pastors and the ministers to
Hmm.
minister to people. How was it during that time, and what changes did you make to start ministering to people to get them back, into
Wow.
you know their selves?
I think you have been in my conversation this week. I had to do an interview with a gentleman for the radio station that I'm with. And
Hmm.
it was funny that he and I were just talking. And I said, the one thing that I realized during this pandemic that I can't speak for everyone else, but I became lazy. And I
Mm.
will tell you how I became lazy. So, of course, as we
Hmm.
know, especially in that time in March of 2020, the world just stopped.
Yes.
Then after that, churches literally one by one doors were closing just because of the safety. So,
Hmm.
I was still tuning in to local church service here. And so then after
Hmm.
that, I would watch my three favorite TV evangelists or pastors or preachers that I follow on television.
Hmm.
It was Pastor Stephen Furtick, you have Elevation Church,
Yep.
of course,
Church.
Pastor
Hmm.
Keon Henderson, and John Hanna. I would watch, whether it be on YouTube or Bishop T.D. Jakes or someone of
Hmm.
that sort. But I became lazy in serving, and I
Mm.
will tell you why. So, I have a
Mm.
television on in the bedroom, one on in the living room while I'm cooking or washing clothes or fixing dinner or just, maybe even watching a movie and realizing like really I became lazy during that time. And I'm not ashamed to say
Wow.
it. I prayed, I trusted, but I became lazy. And I realized probably about 3 months in, I'm like, oh, this is not good. And so
Right.
it just showed us that you still have to be rooted and grounded in the word and still keep that lifeline and that connection to him. But I mean, of
Mhm.
course, I was still paying my tithes during that time.
Right.
You paid your tithes, paid your 10% once a month, every 2 weeks, however
Right.
you pay for your event. But as
Uh-huh.
far as showing up, I just became lazy. So I did log into church service. And of course, I think a lot of us did that because out of habit. It's just
Right.
out of habit. I logged in because it was out of habit. We stayed on for about an
Mhm.
hour, and after that, it was Sunday afternoon as normal. But I realized during that time that I became lazy, and so I had to change my mindset on some things, and that's what I worked on, especially during this whole time of a pandemic. For about 20 months, I worked on my mindset, and it gave me time to find a new Melissa. So that's where all the boldness and showing up bold and showing up better and showing up with meaning and with a purpose evolved in during this time.
You know what? You are the most honest minister right
Oh,
now that have been very honest right now, saying, "Listen,
wow.
I got lazy."
I
Okay,
did.
but a lot of people won't say that.
Hmm.
They
Yeah.
too scared to be like, "Oh, something happened. Things got a little rough." And you sit back, you're like, "Yeah, yeah, but what happened? It just
Yeah.
got rough." But
Hmm.
you was honest, and
Yeah.
that's why God
Hmm.
loves you so much because
Wow.
the
Well,
honesty.
wow.
So
I
I
love
already
him so
know.
much.
Yes, 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 yes. So a couple of things that I want to actually dive into, right?
Yes.
Because you being a businesswoman,
Hmm.
what are some of the challenges that you occur being a black businesswoman?
Absolutely. Oh God. And the crazy thing, OT, I have only been in business now for 1 year. So my business was birthed during this pandemic.
Mm,
And so the
powerful.
challenges that I can say that I faced was, and I always go back to that uncertainty. That was a challenge for me. I truly had to coach my own self during this because when you operate from your heart, as you and I talked
Hmm.
about at the beginning of the show,
Yes.
it puts more pressure on you
Hmm.
than if you
Hmm.
operate from this. Because when you
Mm.
operate from your heart, you want to keep pleasing any and everybody. But I
Yep.
also realize that I'm not for everybody, and that's
Mm.
okay. So during this time, some of the hurdles that I had to come up through, of course, is really teaching yourself. There are people that want to give you information, but they're not going to give you everything for fear of that you're going to take something that they have. No, I just need the information. So what I
Right. Right.
did, yes, I educated myself. I asked questions. I am one of those individuals that if we're in training or if we're at a conference and they will say, "Are there any more questions?" I will be that person to keep raising my hand, and you all will be like, it is 3 o'clock. We are ready to get out of here. Like she keeps asking all the questions. But you know what? Of course, as we know, a closed mouth doesn't get fed, and I love to eat, OT. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask questions. That's what I
I
always
love
say.
it.
I'm telling you, I'm like that in church. I'm like that in Sunday school. Question or Bible study. Question. You have a question because that's how we learn. And so I'm a creature of
Yes.
habit. I love learning. I love new things, and so it did not become hard for me as far as teaching myself, but it became
Hmm.
hard in asking the questions, and it was also asking the right questions to the right individuals.
Got it. Got it. Got it. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So you have a quote out that I actually love a whole lot. And I want you to explain this quote, and I'm going to say it. Right. We make a living by what we get, but what we make life by is what we give. Explain that quote for me right there,
Yeah.
because I love that quote. And that's going to be my quote for 2022. I'm just going to just let you know. I'm taking that from you, and I'm
Hey,
going to
not a
put that in
problem.
mind.
I understand. Not a problem. You'll give me credit the first time, right? Then after that is yours. It's OT. Well, you know what? It comes from a passion and a purpose. Passion is
Hmm.
something that is a hobby, but purpose is
Hmm.
something that you wake up in the morning and that you have to do. Like it is in you to do, regardless of what is going on around you, regardless of how you feel, how you think. And that's where that comes from.
Mm. You know what? We all need that. We need that.
Yeah, we
So
do.
for 2022, uh, I am going to have the blessing by using it from you, and I will be mentioning your name at the end of it because I want
Just
people
one
to
time,
know.
right?
No, 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 all the time, because
Oh,
when someone gives you something, especially something that's valuable,
yeah,
that can help you along the way, you have to give them credit, regardless from the beginning to the middle to the end.
to
You
the
have
end.
to give them credit,
Oh,
you
I
know.
appreciate that. Well,
Because,
thank you.
oh, listen, listen. I am so ecstatic right now because
Oh,
I have on I, two powerful women at the end, and we sums it up with you just being everything. Like, how can someone say, "Hey, Melissa, with your personality, you being a grandmother, you being a mother, being a nanny." I'm sorry, nanny.
Yes.
I'm sorry. We want to make sure we say that
That's
the right way because
okay.
I don't want to be in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble. Okay, and everything that's going on, and you
Mhm.
being just a life coach, you being a minister, you being a veteran of the Navy, and how a lot of transition things have happened in 2021,
Yeah,
and it's still going to be happening in 2022. I just
absolutely.
want to make people aware that,
Mhm.
can you tell me some things that you have done in the community for 2021? Because I was reading it. I don't want to
Oh,
give out everything for the community. So,
absolutely. Absolutely. Well, the one thing, community to me is everything. Community is family. Community is inviting those ones at the table that unfortunately that seem to become overlooked. They don't get an
hmm
invitation or no one even talks to them, right? I'm telling
hmm
you, I was always that kid at school that if there was a new kid come in your classroom, like, okay, kids, this is Kenny, this is our new student, make yourself friendly, say hello. And I was always that one, hi,
wow.
Kenny, I'm Melissa, you want to go play with me, my friend? I was always that kid. And I'm still like that to this day. And so the one thing that I did, and I can honestly say that I am so proud of. So of course, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And so I turned
hmm
50 in September. And so during that time, of course, we're still in the midst of the pandemic. I live here in Indiana. At that particular time, as well everywhere else, excuse me, numbers were kind of up, kind of down. So they were fluctuating and not really knowing what it would look like. I
hmm
had put a birthday party on the back burner, but it was going to be something small and intimate, excuse me, but still fun, So, hey, OT, I wanted to dress up. I wanted to get my
Right.
face beat, get everything done, have the nice outfit, invite my closest friends and family, and just have a
hmm
wonderful party, whatever that looked like during the pandemic. Well, numbers
Right.
started going back up, and I said, you know what? Safety is first. I don't want to put anyone
Yes.
at risk. I want to make sure that I am limiting everyone's ins and outs of wherever they go, outside of the norm of going to work, going to, of course,
Right.
school was in session. So going to school, going to church, going to the store, different things of that nature. So it hit me one morning. I was getting ready. And I will
hmm
tell you, I know it was nothing but the Holy Spirit to have a vaccine drive. And I'm like, oh
Talk
my
about it.
goodness. So I made some contacts. I made a phone call and sent an email out to our local health
hmm
department. And I
hmm
wanted to have a 50th birthday celebration with people could come and get vaccinated.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
And so, of course, I had to get the clearance. I had to wait. And so, my best girlfriend, and shout out to Teresa Carter of Going Forward Beauty and Barber Salon right here in our hometown in Evansville, Indiana, she had the space.
hmm
And when, of course, when I say the space, not the building, she had the parking lot. And it was
Wow.
prime location. So it was right in the inner city where I wanted to go
hmm
and to get the ones that if people just don't take out the time, let's just call a
Yeah.
spade that people do not
Yep.
take out the time to reach. And
Sure
yes,
do.
Amanda said love Evansville. She and I both love Evansville, Indiana. So
hmm
about 2 weeks later, I get the yes, we will be there. OT, that's all I needed to hear. It was on and popping
Wow.
after that. So we put
Wow.
out flyers. We went on social media. She was letting everyone know, that the regulars, especially at the beauty barber salon, hey, if your family member is needing a vaccine, now we're not telling you to wait. We would like for you to participate on this day, but if you need to get it, you go ahead and get it. But even if you need your
hmm
second dose, you come back. So my birthday was
Right.
the 15th of September. And when I tell you, it was a beautiful, crisp, early fall, autumn day.
hmm
The
hmm
Vanderburgh, and shout out to the Vanderburgh County Health Department who came out. Nurse
hmm
Julie, Nurse Ashley, and Nurse Lori, all three, we manned the parking lot at the Beauty Barbershop parking lot. The
Wow.
Evansville Area Black Nurses Association, led by Miss Arlinda Payne, shout out to Miss Arlinda Payne, came out.
Shout out.
We had
Mm-hmm.
someone graciously give gift cards that I put in the party bag. So people were
Mm.
donating things. And when I tell you, we made a party out of it in that parking lot. It was
Ah.
amazing. So I gave out cookies. Our
Mm-hmm.
local bakery here, Donut Bank in Evansville, is probably one of, and I'm sure Amanda can say it just as well, one of the favorites here in Evansville, Indiana. I had birthday
Mm-hmm.
cookies with the number 50 on it and my favorite colors, had those packaged
Ah.
up in a goodie bag, and we gave out gift cards.
Uh-huh.
And we gave out gift cards with a purpose. It was to a
Right.
grocery store, when it was also
Mm-hmm.
to a restaurant. So some people
Mm.
might, if they were low on money a particular day, use this gift card.
Right.
Hey, I got this gift card from the birthday party. I can go get my family something to eat. Or if they were low on
Yep.
money
I
and
like
needed
that.
food from the store purposely, well, I can go to the local grocery store because I have a gift card from Melissa's birthday party that I can go get something to
Mm-hmm.
eat. And so
That's
not
smart.
only did they give me something, I gave them something in return. So during that time, we were outside, oh goodness, OT for, I want to say maybe 6 hours. During
Mm-hmm.
that time, 16 people came and got their COVID-19 vaccine.
I like that.
And they
I like
also
that.
received a free haircut at their next visit, and
Mm.
that was from the barbershop. That was her gift as well. And actually, so what we did, the first 50 people were getting a goodie bag with the gift cards and
Mm-hmm.
everything in it, and the first 5 people were going to get a free haircut at the barbershop. And when I tell you that they have cashed in on those gift certificates, and it was amazing. It was truly amazing. And I will forever be grateful for the city, for the people that came. We came together as a family, not as a community, as a family. And I know that
Yes.
there are, everybody has their reason behind getting it and the reason by
Mm-hmm.
not getting it. But I will tell
Mm-hmm.
you this, OT, what we fail to realize that when you are nice to someone, they will be nice to you. Now
Yes. Yes.
there were some individuals that did not want to become vaccinated, and so when I asked
Mm-hmm.
them, I'm like, "Hey, we are actually giving out vaccines today. Would you be interested?" No, no, no. They didn't give me any conspiracy theories. They didn't curse at me. They didn't cuss us out.
Mm-hmm.
They were kind, and I will tell you why, because I was kind to them, and I gave
Yep.
them a cookie anyway. Or
Mm-hmm.
hey,
Oh.
here's a balloon. Here's a balloon. It's my birthday. I just want to celebrate my birthday with you. And so
Wow.
it was amazing. It was amazing, and people were receptive. And we were able to talk to some young individuals. They were still
Mm-hmm.
apprehensive, and I'm sure they're still apprehensive about it. But we met them
Yes.
where they were at.
I like that. I like
Yeah,
that. I like that because
yeah. So
I'm going to tell
that is
you
what I did.
I was one of them. I was one of them. I'm be pretty honest with you. I was one of them who was like, I don't want to get the vaccine, but then reality check came. Reality check is that you have a family, you have
Yeah,
kids, right?
exactly.
And you love to travel. So
Hmm.
that reality check hit me very hard,
Yes,
because then it's like, stop being selfish and just thinking about
exactly.
yourself and think about the people around you, because
Exactly. I understand.
your family, but the community too. So that's why I got mine. So I'm
Well,
good.
and
I'm good.
I will tell you this, and I don't mean to cut you off. So I have 3 children, and my youngest
Mm-hmm.
son he was in that age category. Mom, I don't know if I'm going to give that conspiracy theory. We're going back and forth.
Yeah,
So of course he
yeah.
moved out. He's been on his own for some time now. And I remember him coming
Mm-hmm.
over one day, and I had my mask on. I've been fully vaccinated, still waiting, of course, at that time to get the clearance
Right,
for a booster. And
right.
he came in one day and he was like, "Why do you have on your mask?" And I said, "Son, because you haven't been vaccinated yet. I have asthma and I just don't want to take
Mm-hmm.
that chance." And so he
Mm-hmm.
catches the attitude, and I was very nice. He catches the attitude.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Well, you're treating me like I'm a biohazard." I said, "Well, right now you could be. I don't know what to tell you." So I ended up going out of town a week prior to my birthday. I went to Florida
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
to spend some time with my sister and her family. So I was on my way. I was
Mm-hmm.
in Florida on my way back to Evansville. I get this text message from my son with this picture. The picture was downloading. He had went
Mm-hmm.
and received his first shot, and that was my birthday gift that he gave to me.
Mm, mm. There
And
you
I
go,
was on
son.
the
There
plane
you
and
go.
I screamed real loud. I said, "Oh my gosh!" And I said, "Oh goodness, that was probably not the right place to do that at." Oh my goodness. But it made my heart feel so
Mm-hmm.
warm. It really did.
Yeah.
And that's all it's about. Because this is what I told him. I said, heaven forbid, if you contracted this virus, right? And you get
Mm-hmm.
sick and you're at the
Mm-hmm.
local hospital and they call me and say, "Miss Melissa, there's nothing else that we can do. You now have to make the decision, not if we're going to pull the plug, now it's when."
Mm-hmm.
And I told him
Mm-hmm.
emotionally and mentally, I couldn't deal with that because I'm not saying that you could have prevented it, but if you had gotten vaccine, if you had received the vaccine, you could have prevented something. And
Yep.
so that was really what I was trying to convey to him, that it's no different. He was in the military as well. And I told him, I said, "Son, you
Uh-huh.
remember being in boot camp? We line up and they come and they give you all kind of shit. You don't know what they're putting in your arm, but we trust
Uh-huh.
them enough because it's your
Mm-hmm.
job. You've been
Yeah.
getting vaccinated ever since you 2 minutes is 30 seconds after you came out of my womb, you were getting shot."
Mm.
And
Mm.
so
Talk
again,
about
I just think, and I'm not trying to take it a different way, but it's just one of those things where we have to educate ourselves. So
it.
long story
Yes.
short, that is what I did for my community for my birthday. I wanted to gift the community that I love very dearly and hold very near and dear to my heart. I wanted to have a birthday party, but I wanted them to receive something from me and I wanted to receive something from them in return. So, and again, that's what
I love
community, that's what family does.
I love that birthday party. I love that birthday party.
So hopefully next
That
year
was a
I'll be able
beautiful
to do
birthday
something.
party.
I don't know.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All right. Well, just just keep me in mind because your birthday is in September and mine is in
Yes.
October. So,
Okay.
happy belated
Okay.
birthday to you.
Well, thank you and
Happy
happy
belated
belated
birthday.
birthday to you as well. And you know what,
Yes.
OT, if I may, Amanda even stated, "I don't even know what's in ice cream, but I'm going to eat it." And that's true.
Yes.
I mean, it's amazing the things that we put in our body. We don't know what's in it, but guess what? We
Mm-hmm.
indulge it in anyway, whether it's good for
Yes,
us
we
or
do.
not good for us. So I just think,
Yes, we do.
it's, yeah.
Well, I can't wait. I can't wait. So, what will we be expecting from you for 2022?
Wow. Can you believe it? 2 more weeks and we will
Yes.
be in a year of 2022. What can you expect from Melissa? You can expect more boldness. You can
Okay.
expect this chick to show up unapologetic,
Mm.
still with respect, but being
Mm-hmm.
mindful. Because
Mm-hmm.
you never want to leave anybody behind. I will tell you
Right.
this. I create a word for myself every year at the I no longer do New Year's resolutions. Like I'll do it on the first and like by the
Uh-huh.
30th. Yes, the Amanda and Melissa show. We are going to put that in the atmosphere and speak that, Miss Amanda. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love
Yes.
it. Or the
Yes.
Amanda and Melissa show. It doesn't matter with me as long as I am in the presence of Miss Amanda. OT, you heard it
Mm-hmm.
right here. The
Yep.
Amanda
Yep. I
and
heard it
Melissa
right
show.
here. All right,
Let's
Amanda. All
see who
right,
to
Amanda.
say. Yes, yes. And I tell you the one thing I do, so I pick one word for the year, and that is my word of
Mm-hmm.
the year that I truly
Mm.
that I operate from. And so my word for
Mm-hmm.
2021 was transformation. Not knowing what it was going
Mm-hmm.
to look like, not knowing what it was going to
Mm-hmm.
feel like, and what it was even going to sound like, but I knew
Mm-hmm.
transformation had to take place and I knew I
Mm-hmm.
had to assist with transformation. And I'm a firm
Okay.
believer in changing the atmosphere. I'm a firm believer in that. And so I pick words. And so I have a word for 2022. I won't say it just yet. But
Mm-hmm.
if the invitation ever stands for 2022, we can talk about my word then. But I have more things
Yeah.
in line as far as my business, more community
Mm-hmm.
involvement that I love doing because that is truly who I am. I am truly a public servant at heart. Not only am I a servant for our Heavenly Father, for Jesus Christ, but I am a public servant as well. It's something that has always been in me from a little bitty
Mm-hmm.
girl, and it's something that I can't get rid of, and it's something that I love. It can become tiring, but I'm finding
Mm-hmm.
how to find that balance and the boundaries within it
Yeah.
because I want to be effective. I don't want to be busy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I
My
like that.
resume might look like I'm busy, but I make sure that I'm effective in what I do.
I like that.
And
I like that.
I'm not busy per se. I don't have time to do this. I don't have time to do that. But because I manage my time in being effective, that's why I love doing what I do.
That's gonna be my word for 2020.
You
Being
go,
effective.
OT. Come through.
There we go. Being effective. That
Yes.
listen, I'm writing that down. I'm writing that down. You know what? You are absolutely right. Because
Yeah.
wow. Yeah. I
Because,
needed that.
we can be busy
I need
all day long. Busy just
mm-hmm.
makes you look cute. I am no longer at a season in my life, and I'm telling you, people especially in the season that we are seeing, people are hungry, and it's not about
Mm-hmm.
people are hungry physically, and they need that nourishment, but people are hungry and thirsty they're seeking
Yes.
something, and we
Yes.
have to get to know people into what that something is because your something is
Mhm.
different from my something, and my something is different from your something. We would hear
Yes,
all
it
the time,
is.
especially, we listen to music, the young girls are thirsty and the young men are hungry. And you are going
Yes,
to feed and
indeed.
put into your body whatever it is available to you. And it's not good for you, but it fills you up at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And so a
Well,
lot of
look.
times what we have to do is continue to be effective and not be busy. Busy gets us
Oh.
nowhere but like the hamster in the wheel, just running around, running around, running
Mm.
around, not getting anywhere. But being effective will get you to your next progress, get you to your next purpose, get you to your next assignment. And so that's how I choose to be. I might look busy on paper, but I'm effective. But I
Mm-hmm.
also know how to manage my time in what appears to be busy, but it's done purposely to be effective.
Well, you know what? Thank you. Thank you.
You're
Because
welcome, my
you
friend.
gave me my new word. You gave me my
You're
word
welcome. And that's what it's about.
for 2022. And I love it. See, I knew. I knew. I said, being this going to be the last show for 2021, and the guests that I have lined up, two of the most powerful women that I have lined up. I said, I know it's going to be good. We're going out with a
Well,
real bang, and this bang is going to be beautiful.
well,
And
thank you.
thank you, thank you, thank you.
Absolutely.
So, can you give everybody your IGs and where they can find you at?
Absolutely. I am on Instagram as Fear Fighter Coach, all one word. I am also on Facebook as Melissa Morehead Moore. That's Melissa with two S's, Morehead with one O, and Moore with two O's. So Melissa Morehead Moore on Facebook. I love you as well, Amanda.
I love you too, Amanda. I love you too.
She
Let me
is
tell you something.
so beautiful,
Yes, when I
a wonderful
interviewed Miss
spirited
Amanda,
woman.
she's very, very. I love her. I love her. I love her. Very kind hearted,
Yes,
and the
yes,
stories that she told me during the interview, I loved it too. So
yes.
wow. Well, that's one of the interviews they could catch for 2021 that I had
Hey,
with Amanda.
on the Amanda and Melissa show,
Yes, yes, yes. Amanda Melissa show will be happening in 2022. Amanda, you
2022.
spoke it.
You let me know, Miss
So you're going to
Amanda.
have to do it. Well, look, I'd like to thank you again for joining me here on the show. I appreciate you. Much love to you. Welcome to the family because you are part of the OE radio show family. We
Thank
welcome
you
you.
so much.
We're going
Thank
to tell
you.
you
Thank
anything you
you.
need. Come holler at us. We are
I
here for
appreciate it.
you
I have
because
truly
now
enjoyed
you're doing it.
myself. I really have. Thank you so much. Thank
Listen, I
you.
enjoyed you. I enjoyed you. Thank
Well,
you. Thank
I'm
you
hey,
for making
it's an
making my
honor.
year and good. Thank you for
Awesome.
making my year
Awesome.
very good. Appreciate
Well,
you.
Merry
Well, look,
Christmas and Happy
um,
Holidays to you and your
yes,
followers and your audience.
yes, you too, you too.
Thank
And matter of
you.
fact, Nanny, I want to tell you something, Nanny. You know, blessings go to you for you being a nanny, and you're going to
Oh,
guide her into the right way and space.
yes.
Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you. And thank
Yes.
you to your family for allowing me to have a conversation with you. So
Thank
tell
you
them
so
thank
much.
you.
I
Thank
will. I
you.
will. I will. And thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Oh,
you. Yes.
yes. And we got to keep in
Yes.
contact. So I am going to message you on
Okay.
the Instagram. Okay.
Okay.
So thank
Awesome.
you.
Yes. Please do.
Yes.
Please do. This
So
has
we will
been
be
so
talking.
wonderful.
Yes, it have. Yes, it have. And I loved it. I love it.
Well,
So
I did as
let me tell
well.
everybody this. Matter of fact, while you on here, I'm going to tell everybody this. Right. So 2021 has been up and down roller coaster
Mhm.
for your boy OT. Right. Coming back after 3 years of me not doing radio no more,
Mhm.
doing the virtual thing because normally I'm so used to, I still got to get used to the microphone. Normally doing,
Understand.
try to get used to the microphone because you normally don't see my face. So now you're
Okay.
starting to see my face, and I got to give thanks to everyone, all my guests that joined me, all the publicists that believed in me, that actually kept in contact with me during the 2021 and me rebranding. Not when I say rebranding, I mean me. I
Yeah.
rebranded me.
Wow.
So thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. And 2022 is going to be more phenomenal than what 2021 was.
Wonderful.
So thank
Wonderful.
you
And
to
take
my
this time for
team.
you.
Yes, yes,
Take this
yes.
time for
Thank you
you.
for my team. I gotta thank you for my team. Upscale PR, I gotta thank them. I gotta thank my branding guy. I gotta thank my fashion designer. I gotta thank everyone that is on the team. I thank everyone because y'all have been a staple, a help to me for 2021. So,
Wonderful.
and not only I gotta thank me. I gotta thank me because
Yes.
I've
You
been
have to
through the
celebrate you as
struggle.
well. You have to celebrate
Thank you.
yourself as well.
Yes, yes. Thank you to my lady for putting up with my crap. Okay, just to let
Wonderful.
everybody know. Thank you to her for putting up with me. Thank you for my kids. Thank you for me because I am a new grandfather. So thank you for
Oh,
her, Miss
congratulations,
Rowley.
Papa.
So thank you for her. Yes, yes, yes. I am
Yes.
Pop Pop. You know what I mean? It's
Oh,
it's
I
funny
love
because
it.
my dad is Pop Pop, so now I'm Pop Pop Junior. So there you
Oh,
go.
I love
So
it.
thank
PJ.
y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I can't wait for
And Amanda's
2022.
right. She put you made it through, and you are so right. You made
Yes,
it through.
yes, I have. Yes, I have. So thank y'all. Thank you to the team. Thank everybody. I even have to give thanks to the people who started coming on later on because they seen the vision too. So I do have people that helps me out when it comes down to questions and answers because they like, listen, you're
Wonderful.
doing a whole lot. So thank you, Mike. Appreciate you. Uh, thank you. Like I said, thank you to my lady for putting up with me in this difficult times,
Wonderful.
everything, taking out her schedule. You'd be like, hey, got to do a show. Okay. So thank you to her. I appreciate her. So we should thank you. I appreciate you. So yeah, there we go. So 2022 is going on. It's on and
Yes,
popping. It is on. And thank you to
absolutely.
you. Thank you
Thank
to
you
you for
again.
joining
Amanda, thank you so
me.
much. Yes, we are going to see each
Yes,
other very,
yes,
very soon.
yes, yes, yes. So thank you, and I appreciate you so
Thank
much.
you
So
again. You
have
are so
yourself a good
welcome.
holiday. Be
You as
blessed.
well.
And I love your energy. I love your energy.
Oh,
Your
thank
energy is
you.
good.
Thank you. I tell you what, it
Yes,
takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile than it does to frown. I choose to be
yes, it
happy
does.
through everything that I've been through, life circumstance, ups and downs, some that just came and some that I brought on myself. At the end of the day, I still
Hmm.
choose happiness and to be happy. So, you know, that's
Yes,
what gets
indeed.
me through.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, I want you to take that time out to you too. Take the time out for you too. And
I
we'll be
will.
talking again. And
Absolutely.
check your messages because I'm about to message you.
Okay, I'll be ready for it. Well, thank you again. Thank you,
Uh,
my new friend OT. Thank you.
yes, yes, yes. We are here. We are here. Welcome, family. Welcome, family.
Absolutely.
Welcome. All
Absolutely.
right, take your time.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I'll be talking to you later. Bye bye. Wow, good show, y'all. I loved it. I loved it. I'm leaving out of 2021, and we did it. We did it here. Um, Thank you to RW. You know, he been around for a minute, and he helped me out a whole lot. So RW, I appreciate you. I don't want to get emotional in here, you know what I mean? But we did it. DJ Wiz, we did it. So check us out. Check out my man RW speak on the show. Uh, he got his last show coming up too. So check him out on Saturdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check out my man DJ Wiz. Every day, all day. You know, hip hop, Christian hip hop, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. He is about to take over. He's taking over. I'm not gonna say about you, but he's taking over. So check him out, DJ Wiz, the Christian hip hop, every other Saturday. He said every other Saturday, and then he got mixed. So check him out, DJ Wiz. Hey, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. 2022 is going to be phenomenal. Check out all of our interviews on YouTube, otradioshow.com. That is our website. Check us out. We have made it, and now we got some bigger things coming up for 2022. And we have it. We have it. So make sure you go to otradioshow.com, like, comment, share with us. You will see some of the interviews. You can go back, click on our YouTube, subscribe, like it, comment. Check me out on IGs. You can follow me. I appreciate everyone. I love y'all. Amanda, love you. Thank you. Risha, love you. Appreciate you, Mike. Love you. RW, DJ Wiz, love y'all. Love my team upscale. Love y'all. Love the branding. Love y'all. I love everyone who has contributed to the OT radio station. Not only I love God. So thank you, God, for allowing me to have these conversations with y'all. And thank you to all my guests that joined your boy OT back. And let me tell y'all something. I love them all. Y'all got to check them out. Y'all got to check them out. So peace, blessings. Have yourself a good holiday. Enjoy yourself. Make your New Year's good. So focus on you. Like Melissa says, focus on you. So thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I am out of here. See y'all next year. Starting out. We will see y'all next year on that Friday. Peace.